So welcome students. Today I am starting the workbook. The important chapter is reported speech. The most important and very difficult also. If you follow, you can do well. Most of the students, they don't score well in this area. But I'll teach in a detailed manner so that you get lot of exercises will do so that you can score well. Last year also I revised this chapter and it helped the students. Anyway, the reported speech today is part 1, that is on introductions. What is reported speech? What are the rules to change direct into indirect speech? As you know, in the old grammar, it used to be called as direct speech and indirect speech. But in the modern grammar, it is called as reported speech. Direct speech remains as it is, but indirect speech is changed into reported speech. Okay, in direct speech, we use the actual words of the speaker. And they are put in inverted commas. Sometimes you see the text. There are 3 forms: script form, quote form, and speech bubble form. See, script form, that is Dhruva, I have won the election. And the quote form, quote means quotation. Dhruva said, inverted commas only, I have won the election. Bubble form, it is just put in a bubble form, I have won the election. Anyway, these are the 3 forms of reported speech. And for example I'll give. Akash said, I study medicine. Inverted commas only. So this is the direct speech. In direct speech, inverted commas are used. They are the actual words of the speaker. In reported speech, we do not use the actual words. It is reported by someone else. And in conventional grammar, I told you, it is called as indirect speech. But in modern grammar, it is called as reported speech. And in reported speech, someone else speaks the same words of the speaker. It is reported. That is why it is called as reported speech. Same example we see. Akash said that he studied medicine. You must see the changes. Akash said that he studied medicine. Okay, now there are a few rules. Whatever in the textbook, I will come for the next class. But all the general rules which you are supposed to know, as in high school or something, all the rules will give. Then you will understand much better. Then I will come to the textbook. Rules for changing direct into indirect speech. Number 1. The inverted commas are removed. Remove the inverted commas. Second, in statements. Statements means in an assertive sentence or exclamatory sentence. In statements, the 2 parts are joined by that. You must be careful. In no other sentence, it is joined. For example, it may be WH question, yes or no questions or anything. There we don't use that. But in a statement, we combine the 2 parts. For example, Ravi said that. Raju said that. Dhruva said that. So that is coming in between to join their 2 parts. Example, Ravi said, I have bought a bike. This is the direct speech. And in a reported speech, Ravi said that he had bought a bike. Verb tense changes. And there is in between that, and sometimes pronouns changes. Okay. So, in a statement, the 2 parts of the direct speech are joined by that. One more thing, please take down your notebook and write down all these rules. See, when you come to the college, we won't have time to do all these. So, you must know the rules. The first rule is remove the inverted commas. Second rule is, if there is a statement, the 2 parts are joined by that. Third rule, when the reporting verb is in the past tense, when the reporting verb is in the past tense, the direct speech is changed in the corresponding past tenses. The tenses of the direct speech are changed accordingly. See, reporting verb means the first verb. Dhruva said, Ravi said, Raju said. That is past tense. If that is past tense, then we have to go for changing the tenses inside. Suppose if it is present tense, we don't go for changing. That will come later. See, for example, first one is simple present. You must know the tenses. I hope you know all the tenses. There are 3 tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. And each tense has got 4 different forms. So there are 12 tenses. Simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. So last month when I took tenses and all, I have given a detail. So you must be thorough with that. Then only you can do this reported speeches. Okay, simple present becomes simple past. I'll give an example. Ravi said, I like cricket. Like, simple present tense. So it becomes liked. Ravi said that he liked cricket. Note down and underline the verbs. Like, underline, liked, underline. That means simple present becomes simple past. Second one, present continuous becomes past continuous. Present continuous becomes past continuous. Continuous tense is formed by be plus ing form. Am going, is going, are going. This is the continuous form. I'll give an example. Suman said, I am reading a novel. Which is the verb here? Am reading. Underline, am reading. What is the tense? Present continuous. Okay, it is changed like this. Suman said that she was reading a novel. Underline, was reading. This is past continuous. So present continuous has become past continuous. Suman said, I am reading a novel. Suman said that she was reading a novel. Now we must underline the verbs so that you understand how the tenses are changed. Third one is present perfect becomes past perfect. See, present perfect tense is formed by have or has plus past participle form. In tenses I have detailedly told you all this. Have or has plus past participle form of the verb. This becomes present perfect tense. So present perfect becomes past perfect. Example, Rakesh said, I have seen Mysore. So which is the verb here? Have seen. Underline, have seen. So it becomes like this. Rakesh said that he had seen Mysore. So underline had seen. So you understand, have seen has become had seen. Present perfect has become past perfect. Next is present perfect continuous. See, present perfect continuous is formed by have or has plus been plus ing form. Present perfect is formed by last month and all. I have done all this in the board work. Tense ಮಾಡುವಾಗ. Anyway, so present perfect continuous. Example, the man said, I have been painting the house. Which is the verb here? Have been painting. Have plus been plus ing form. I have been painting. Underline, have been painting. This becomes like this. The man said that he had been painting the house. The man said that he had been painting the house. Underline, had been painting. Next is simple past. Simple past becomes past perfect. Simple past becomes past perfect. For example, the woman said, I married last month. So which is the verb here? Married. Simple past tense idu. So it becomes like this. Underline married. The woman said that she had married the previous month. So the verb is had married. It has become past perfect tense. Simple past becomes past perfect. Married has become had married. Next one, past continuous. Past continuous becomes past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous. Example, how we form the past continuous? That is was or were plus ing form. I was doing, they were doing. So be formally, past tense form is was and were plus ing form. So Suma said, I was doing my homework. So which is the verb here? Was doing. Was doing. Past continuous tense. This becomes Suma said that she had been doing the homework. Had been doing. This is past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous ಬರ್ತದೆ had plus been plus ing form. Then past continuous ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ be form plus ing form. Was or were plus ing form. So past perfect becomes had plus been plus ing. Present perfect ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ have plus been plus ing. Okay, you must know how the word tenses are formed. Okay, then underline was doing, had been doing. Was doing, past continuous, had been doing, past perfect continuous. Next is past perfect. See, past perfect tense is formed by had plus past participle. Present perfect is formed by have or has plus past participle. Past perfect is formed by had plus past participle. And past perfect is not changed. It will be as it is because it cannot be changed. For example, the servant said, I had cleaned the house. So which is the tense here? Had cleaned. I had cleaned the house. It becomes like this. The servant said that she had cleaned the house. Had cleaned, underline. Again had cleaned, underline. That means there is no change. Past perfect remains as past perfect only. Next, past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous is formed like this: had plus been plus ing form. This also it is not changed. Example, the elephant said, I had been occupying the hut. So which is the tense here? Had been occupying. Had been occupying. Past perfect continuous. It becomes like this. The elephant said that he had been occupying the hut. He had been occupying the hut. Underline. Had been occupying. Both are same. Then in case of future tenses, how do we form future tense? Shall or will we use plus the present form. Shall go, I shall go, he will go, you will go. This is the future tense. In case of future tense, the models are changed into corresponding past tenses. That is, will becomes would, shall becomes would or should. Shall, generally it becomes would only. You know why? Because the person changes. When I say I shall go, it becomes he would go. When you change into reported speech, the pronoun changes. Accordingly, I will not be there. It becomes he or she. So then we go for past tense of will. So remember, generally will becomes would, shall also becomes would. Sometimes it becomes should, depending upon the meaning of the sentence. For example, the girl said, I shall study medicine. Which is the verb here? Shall study. I shall study. So when it is changed, underline shall study. The girl said that. she would study medicine. Here, shall has not become should. It has become would. Underline would study. You know why? Because the subject is she here. In the direct speech, subject was I. As you know, I told you when we do the tenses, first person we use shall. That is I and we. For both we use shall. For a future tense, I shall go. This is correct grammar, not I will go. We shall go. This is correct grammar, not we will go. But for second and third persons, we go for will. For example, you will go, not you shall go. He will go, not he shall go. They will go, not they shall go. And this is very important because in spoken language, we don't differentiate. In spoken language, we don't follow grammar. We just say, I'll go. But in grammar, I'll go is determination. I shall go is future tense. Please remember, very important. Shall is used only for first person, I and we, for a future tense. Will is used for second and third person for future tense. This basic thing idu. Then, see, have you seen? The girl said, I shall study medicine. Underline shall study. The girl said that she would study medicine. Underline would study. Why it has become would? Because the subject is changed. The pronoun is changed. Next, modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries. So we have studied about the modals. Modal means helping verbs. 10th also we have studied. First PU also we have studied. We should know what are the modals. There are two kinds of modals, primary and secondary. Primary auxiliary and secondary auxiliaries. So primary auxiliaries are, you know, be, do and have. Be forms ಏನೋ? Am, are, is, present form. Was, were, past form. And been, past participle form. These are the be forms. Be is not used as it is. Only be forms are used. Then we have do. Do forms. Do, does, past tense is did, past participle is done. So do, does, did, done. Then have. Present form, have or has. Past form, had. Past participle form, had. These three are called primary auxiliaries. The remaining are called secondary auxiliaries or modals. Which are the modals? Will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, had to, or the ought. These are all modals. So you must know, when the modal auxiliaries are coming, they have to be changed into corresponding past tenses. Modals means all these are modals. For example, can becomes could, may becomes might, must becomes had to. In the next class, we'll see in the textbook itself, they have given you some examples which verb becomes which form. That we'll do. Take an example. The boy said, I can swim. See, can is a modal auxiliary. Okay. It becomes past form. The boy said that he could swim. So, modals change. Verb remains as it is. Swim remains swim only. The boy said that he could swim. Then, there is an exception to this. When the reporting verb is in the present or the future tense, the tense of the direct speech is not changed. I hope you are taking down the rules. So there is an exception to this. When the reporting verb means the first verb, Raju said. Suppose if Raju says, so there it is present tense. Raju will say, then it is future tense. In both the cases, the tense of the direct speech inside will not be changed. Only when the reporting verb is in the past tense, we change. Example, Dolma says. Says is present tense. Okay. I can climb any mountain. Dolma says, I can climb any mountain. Says is present tense. Can is present tense. So it remains as it is. Dolma says that she can climb any mountain. So it doesn't change. Suppose the sentence is like this. Dalma said, I can climb any mountain. Then we change it because reporting verb is in the past tense. Dalma said. Then we say, Dalma said that she could climb any mountain. Okay. If the reporting verb is in the present tense or the future tense, the tense of the direct speech is not changed. It remains as it is. Okay. Then, second rule is, when the reported speech contains a universal truth, habitual action, historical scientific facts, again, the tense of the direct speech is not changed. The tense is not changed. Suppose there is a universal truth. See, for example, the teacher said, the sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east is a universal truth. So when we change into reported speech, the teacher said that the sun rises in the east. We should not change the tense of the direct speech when it is a universal truth or habitual action or some scientific facts and all that. For example, Galileo said, the earth is round. The earth is round is a universal truth. So we say, Galileo said that the earth is round, not the earth was round. Okay. In two cases. Number one, when the reporting speech is in the present tense or future tense, we do not change the tense of the direct speech. Second is, when the reported speech contains a universal truth, habitual action, or scientific facts or historical events, then the tense of the direct speech is not changed. Next one, this is main rule number 4. Till now we have been doing 3 A, B, C, D like that. Now fourth one, pronouns are changed accordingly. See, pronouns, whatever pronouns are inside, they are changed accordingly. For example, the man said to his wife, we shall go out today. Here, the man said to his wife that they, we becomes they, would go out that day. Would go out that day. Whatever pronouns are inside, they will be changed accordingly, depending upon he or she or whatever it is. Then, fifth one, words expressing nearness in time and distance are changed into words expressing distance. Nearness in time and place. Nearness in time and place are changed into words expressing distance. For example, now. If suppose about direct speech, the word now is there. In indirect speech, reported speech, it becomes then. Now means near, then means far away. Ago, A-G-O, ago, before. Thus, T-H-U-S, thus becomes so. I hope you are taking down all these. Then, here, there, this, that, today, that day, yesterday, the previous day, tomorrow, the next day, come, go, last, previous. So these are the words, they have to be changed. That means words expressing nearness in time and place are changed into words expressing distance. Example, the minister said, I am glad to be here today. I am glad to be here today. Here we have to change here and today. Okay. The minister said that he was glad to be there. Here becomes there. Today becomes that day. So this is very simple. You learn these words and change them. Whenever they come, they change them. So in examination, they will put all types of sentences mixed. There will be a statement, there will be a question, there will be WH question, all mixed will be there. You should know how to change them. Then, next we come to the WH questions. Framing questions, I have already done WH questions. So WH questions, start with the WH word. Who, what, when, where, why, how. These are all WH questions. So, how they are changed? Introduce an interrogative verb. Interrogative verb means asked, inquired, questioned. These are all interrogative verbs. Followed by the WH word plus subject plus verb. Very important. You write down this. Interrogative verb plus WH word plus subject plus verb. You should not use that. Many students make this blunder mistake. In a question, you should never use that. That is used only for a statement. Okay. So, what are the interrogative verbs? It can be asked, it can be inquired, it can be questioned. All these are interrogative verbs. Example, the police said to the man, where is your license? The police said to the man, where is your license? The police asked the man. Said becomes asked. Interrogative verb. Amele, where his license was. Where, WH word. Then subject is his license. Then verb goes last. His becomes was. See, the police asked the man where his license was. I hope you understand. Then we have yes or no questions. And questions only, we have WH questions and yes or no questions. That means answer will be yes or no. For example, do you know English? Have you taken breakfast? So these are all yes or no questions. Answer will be yes or no. How they are changed? Introduce interrogative verbs, same, such as asked, inquired, questioned, followed by whether or if. Whether or if, yado undu. Plus subject plus verb. Please write down this. I hope you are writing. See, interrogative verb plus followed by whether or if plus subject plus verb. And subject means pronoun. It has to be changed. Verb means tense has to be changed. That and all understood. Example. The teacher said to the student, have you done the homework? Have you done the homework is an yes or no question. It is changed like this. The teacher asked the student whether he had done the homework. Whether he had done the homework. Whether, amele, you has become he, has, and then have done become had done. So these are all changes. Okay. The teacher asked the students whether he had done the homework. Next is 8th one, commands. Commands means orders. Introduce verbs of command such as commanded, ordered, followed by infinitive verb. You know what is infinitive verb? In 10th standard it is clearly studied, given infinite, finite, non-finite and all that. And first PU also we have studied about these kinds of verbs. There is infinitive verb. Infinitive verb means generally it goes with 2 plus present form. To go is an infinitive. Infinite verb or infinitive. To go, to play, to study. These are all infinitive. Okay. So, we use verbs of command. The teacher said to Arun, stand up. It's a command. So, we have to change this verb into commanding verb. The teacher ordered Arun to stand up. The teacher ordered, said Allah, ordered Arun. No, that and all. Then infinitive form, to stand up. Very easy though. Then we have request. Request also, introduce verbs of request such as requested, followed by infinitive verb. Followed by infinitive verb. For example, the woman said to the man, please give me a seat. Please give me a seat. Request idu. The woman requested the man. Said becomes requested the man to give her a seat. To give her a seat. Then lastly, exclamatory sentence. Exclamations. Exclamation sentence is almost like a statement only. That will be there. But only that the verb will be exclamatory verb. Introduce verbs of exclamation such as exclaimed, said joyfully, said sorrowfully, followed by that plus subject plus verb. A normal form, like statement only. Introduce exclamatory verbs plus subject, plus that plus subject plus verb. The boys said, "Hurrah! India won the match." Hurrah! India won the match. So here, said is changed. The boys exclaimed joyfully. Hurrah means joyful. Suppose alas means sad. Okay. Exclaimed joyfully that India had won the match. India won. Past tense, it becomes past perfect tense. Had won the match. So I hope you have understood how to change the direct into indirect speech. I have given about 10 rules and all the different tenses, how they have to be changed. So tomorrow also, what I'm thinking, I'll revise these rules, then we'll go to the textbook part. Textbookally, they have not given much. It is a bit difficult. Unless you know these rules, then only you will understand. They have given in haphazard forms and it is not completely this thing. So exercises will do according to the text only. But the rules, I'll give extra things. I hope you are taking them down. And when you come to the college, 100% I will ask you to show me what you have written. I told you in course books, all the comprehensions, questions and answers I have been repeating. And if you are quite smart enough, you should have written so that it becomes easy for the exam. And particularly grammar, you must take down. Textbook doesn't give much. You know why? They take it for granted that you know the tenses. You are supposed to know the tenses. In high school you have studied, in first PU you have studied, and they are applying the tenses here. But what I do, I'll again repeat all the tenses, all the rules, so that it becomes easy. You know, in second PU only, they don't ask like SSLC one sentence. They will ask 5 sentences together. It's a dialogue. They go for a dialogue form. In 5 sentences, one will be a statement, one will be a WH question, one will be a command, one will be an exclamatory, mixed. There are areas for this. For example, sunny morning is designed for reported speech. Most of the questions come from there only. Anyway, that I'll tell you later on. But you must know the rules. What are the rules to be followed while changing direct into reported speech? So tomorrow we'll do a short revision of these rules and then we'll go to the textbooks part of it. Okay then, bye. Thank you.